There are a lot of varying protocols about the return from quarantine. WUFT's Anthony Montalto explains how UF Health is advising people about how they return to the university.
That's right, Desire. Some schools and workplaces have different requirements to return from quarantine. I spoke with a UF Health official about the science behind UF's policy.
When she got the news, Isabella Rodriguez was just returning for her spring semester at the University of Florida.
It kind of started off as just a cold, just like a cough and a runny nose, and then eventually within like a day or two it escalated, and it was probably like the worst migraine I've ever had.
You guessed it, she had tested positive for COVID.
We went over our friend's apartment to eat dinner, and then 3 of us, we don't know from where, ended up contracting the virus.
So like millions of others who have contracted the virus worldwide, Rodriguez quarantined. But at the end of her quarantine came a surprise. She didn't have to be tested to return to school.
A lot of people were asking like, oh, can I see like your negative test now that you're like coming back to campus and stuff, just to make sure it's safe.
But UF Health Screen, Test and Protect Director Dr. Michael Lozardo says a negative test is not required. There's science behind it.
The 10-day period is about infectiousness, and some people can have symptoms that can linger, like a dry cough and other symptoms that can persist. Doesn't mean that you're infectious.
Lozardo says the majority of people are no longer infectious after the 10 days in quarantine.
It's important to remember that COVID is not some sort of zombie virus that kind of is very different from all the others. I mean, pretty much you get a bad viral illness and then you have time to recover.
After that recovery, people like Rodriguez can come back to school and work safely. No negative test required.
Lozardo says people who recover from COVID-19 have an immunity period of about 90 days. He says despite that immunity, they should still use social distancing and masking guidelines in public. Live in the newsroom, Anthony Montalto, WUFT News.